Look, prophecies aren't in my job description, okay? I'm just a humble PI trying to save the world as we know it.
So, they found it again, have they? I thought we'd taken care of it.
The forces of evil are persistent, sir.
I'm getting too old for this. Who have we got lined up to deal with this problem?
Murphy, sir.
Oh, no, not Murphy.
Afraid so, sir.
What about Spade or Marlowe?
Dead, sir.
Isn't there anyone else?
Sorry, sir, he's next on the list.
Well, I suppose we'll have to make do. Knowing Murphy, he's going to need help. A lot of help.
I'll check the archives and get back to you, sir.
News of the day. As the Second World War enters its final days, Allied forces are on the march. The troops of the Western Alliance are occupied with the dangerous duty of ferreting out the remaining pockets of Nazi resistance. The storming of Berlin has crushed the heart of German opposition and sent remnants of the Fuhrer's troops scurrying into the dark reaches of the Black Forest. The Germans have vowed to fight to the last man in their quest for world domination. But their days are numbered, with Adolf Hitler dead and the once dreaded SS disbanded. The Allies have exposed the workings of the Nazi war machine and found it festering with ancient blood cults, whose rituals and ceremonies are too astonishing and barbaric to detail. Allied forces will not rest until the last cult member has been revealed and captured.
No pestilence has ever been so fatal or so hideous. Blood was its avatar and its seal, the redness and horror of blood.
In the moonlight, New San Francisco sparkles like a chunk of cubic zirconium, an island of hollow beauty surrounded by a red sea of radiation. 5 million souls drowning in gamma rays. Some lucky people have a natural immunity to genetic mutation caused by the radiation. I'm one of them. Most of them live in the new city, but I don't. I live among the unlucky souls, the mutants and the destitute, and the wreckage of old San Francisco. My name's Tex Murphy. I'm a private detective. Or at least I used to be. Since my marriage hit the rocks, I haven't done much of anything. I went out tonight for the first time in a week, but all I ended up doing was spending the last of my money on a bottle of cheap bourbon. Now it's past midnight, and I'm staring out of the window of my office on the second floor of the Ritz Hotel. Just like me, the Ritz used to be something. Now it's just another grimy building in a rundown part of town. And I'm almost out of bourbon.
My God, Murphy, you look like hell. Really hit bottom, didn't you?
Oh, I usually don't look this bad. I forgot to take my Geritol this morning. So, you want a drink? I saved my first one to have with you.
No, thanks. I've been dry for 8 years now. Yeah, one morning I just looked in the mirror and decided I needed to make a few lifestyle changes. Quit smoking, quit drinking. Now I'm getting out of the business. Yep, I'm gonna move to the tropics and retire in a nice secluded island with a tribe of beautiful young women.
You're getting out of the business. I guess that means the end of the world must be around the corner because you are the detective. I can't imagine you doing anything else, especially not running around an island with a bunch of nubile women in a loincloth.
Oh, I can imagine it. I've been thinking about it for years now. Yeah. You know how it is. Lonely. Underappreciated. Dangerous. I haven't had a decent night's sleep in 38 years. I tell you, I'm working on a case right now, and that's going to be my last one. Oh. Enough about me. How about you, Tex? How's life treating you? Bad as it looks?
Well, it depends. What day is it anyway today? Saturday? Well, Saturdays aren't too bad. It's normally Thursday by the time I get really suicidal. So what is it you wanted? Just come by to sprinkle a little salt into the open wounds of my pathetic life?
No, Tex, you got me all wrong. Nah, just because you turned me in and got me suspended and humiliated me in front of my peers, you sold me out. But that's all in the past. See, I quit hating you for that weeks ago. Like I said, I'll be leaving soon, and I didn't want to go with any loose ends dangling there to bother me in my golden years.
Hey, don't worry about me. When you tossed me out of the agency, it was the best thing that ever happened. Digging through dumpsters and sleeping in abandoned speeders. You helped me learn a great lesson. Because no matter how bad things are, they can always get worse.
So what happened to you? I heard you were doing pretty well there for a while. Did a hell of a job on that Martian memorandum case. What's your problem? You one of those people who can't live with success? Huh?
Well, I can live with it. I'm just afraid of commitment. Now you tell me something. Why wouldn't you talk to me 15 years ago? I was a stupid kid back then. Could have tried to understand why I told the ethics board what I did. I mean, I understand now that I was out of line and I made a mistake, but why'd you cut me off like that?
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never, ever betray your friends. Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You gotta find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them. They're a precious commodity to people like me and you. Now listen, before I go, I came here with a warning. I heard your name mentioned in connection with a case that I'm working on, and you stay out of it. If you don't, somebody's gonna find you floating in the bay with a hole in your head, and I don't need any more strain on my conscience.
You know, frankly, I'm pretty insulted. Because I'm a pretty damn good detective. And I can take care of myself, thank you.
Just remember what I said, Tex. Got no idea what kind of people we're dealing with here. Just keep out of my way. I'll send you a postcard.
So last night, after 15 years, the Colonel walks into my office. It made me take a good hard look at myself. Maybe I have hit bottom, and maybe I do look like hell. Lord knows the only exercise I've had lately is tipping the bottle and flipping cards into my hat. I gotta find some work. Contrary to what the Colonel might think, I'm as good a detective as he ever was. Now I just gotta prove it. I'm gonna scare up a job today, even if it means finding somebody's lost puppy. That's the door to the street. My phonograph's an old family heirloom. My phonograph's an old family heirloom. I love to play the classics, Kool and the Gang, Peaches and Herb. Oh boy, mail. Oh boy, mail. Pre-approved electronic shop credit card application addressed to the previous occupant. Just needs to be signed, stamped, and mailed. The Scotch Guard that Rudy's upholstering service put on my office chairs will stand up to anything, and I ought to know. This pure mountain spring water is indispensable, literally. I'm out of paper cups. Things look pretty slow on the street today. Things look pretty slow on the street today. The office was actually a dance studio before I moved in, and Latin dancing is a Murphy family tradition. The dusty credenza I've got serves only one purpose, and that's to keep the dust off the floor. My gun. I love it so much! Old trusty sidearm. Been with me since the beginning. You want some of this, huh? Bam, bam! Hey, bam, bam, bam! Bam! Bam, bam! Bam! And you! Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know. Oh, my hell. No matter how bad things got, I always had my gun. Now I've lost that, too. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those days. Great-great-grandpa Murphy made it through the Depression by teaching cha-cha lessons to rich older women. He made thousands before the authorities found out he had no formal training. Ah, the closet door. All I've ever needed was a soft felt fedora, a well-tailored overcoat, and a comfy pair of sneakers. Some people know what they like and they stay with it. All I've ever needed was a soft felt fedora, a well-tailored overcoat, and a comfy pair of sneakers. Some people know what they like and they stay with it. The stupid light switch is stuck in the on position. Could be worse, I guess. I call this painting The Big Spill. That's a perfect bed for a destitute PI. Small, lightweight, and no sheets required. Well, since the building inspector has only one eye and no depth perception, the hotel manager painted fire extinguishers in all the apartments. It saved him a bundle. Another pile of garbage. There just aren't enough hours in the day. That hutch holds a life's worth of knickknacks, paddywhacks, and the world's largest piece of elbow macaroni. That hutch holds a life's worth of knickknacks, paddywhacks, and the world's largest piece of elbow macaroni. That hutch holds a life's worth of knickknacks. That hutch holds a life's worth of knickknacks. This piece of art is called Two Whales on a Bender. This one really isn't art, it's a placemat from Taco Bob's. I bought this table so I wouldn't have to sit on the floor when I use my computer. CrimeLink Computer is the only valuable piece of equipment left in the office. By entering suspect information like height, weight, and hair color, I can access the suspect's personal files. The UI of U was the only place that would accept me. Half the course credit was earned by locating the university. I spent weeks earning this baby. Best $20 I ever spent. Oh, great. Another incoming message that won't print out. If I don't get a new fax machine, I'll be out of business. This cabinet is where my old successes go to die. Nothing here but nostalgia. I love my comfy chair. I just wish it wouldn't be so easy to tip over whenever I got drunk. Toxic Taste is a novel by Lou G. Trundle, the only mutant popular enough to make the New York Times bestseller list. Hip-hop English keeps me up on all the slang kids are using today. My phone would work perfectly if it hadn't been disconnected. Sylvia, my ex-wife. Whenever I think things can't get any worse, I think about her and how she totally screwed up my life. She's a woman who loves a man, any time. I'll never forget the day I came home early and caught her with the upholstery man.
Oh, there you are. I just got done with the chair. I'll be sending the bill to your husband.
Oh, Rudy. Let's not think about my husband right now. I was watching you upholster and you're so big and strong.
Do you really think so?
Well, yes. God, I've only known you for 10 minutes and I feel like I've known you forever. Oh, yes, look. And look at this muscle. Oh. The way you hold me, Tex never held me like this. Oh, kiss me, Rudy, and set my lips on fire.
Okay.
Oh, Tex, honey. I wasn't expecting you home so soon.
Well, duh. Obviously. Now I know why the Roto-Rooter man keeps calling and asking whether we need our plumbing checked. Well, I gotta admit, those chairs look pretty good.
Thanks. Listen, how about I don't charge you on the labor and we call it even?
Fair enough. But from here on out, Rudy, customer servicing doesn't include my wife.
See, honey? I saved you some money again. Aren't you happy?
I married her for better or worse. Unfortunately, it never got any better. World War IV. A dark and reactionary vision of the coming century by Rush Limbaugh III. The fabulous Dior lamp. I bought it for 77 cents. I love murder mysteries. To be a fictional detective, everything would be so much simpler then. I love murder mysteries. To be a fictional detective, everything would be so much simpler then. My old reliable faux oak desk. Nothing in here but a pen. This is probably the only writing utensil that works in the whole office. As usual, it's a mess. 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 Nothing in here but a stamp. One last $10 stamp waits patiently to be licked and mailed. As usual, it's a mess. As usual, it's a mess. This here is my favorite desk drawer. As usual, it's a mess. Now I've just got to put my John Hancock on here and it'll be ready to mail. I need to run this thing down to the Ardo postbox on the street. That's the door to the street. The air outside feels thick, like I'm breathing through a pair of dirty gym socks. It's a high radiation day. Most everyone will be staying inside, but I need to hunt for some work. I always like to start the day with the traditional PI breakfast. That hits the spot. The ruins of old San Francisco make for a bleak landscape. Francesca Lucido makes the spiciest pizza in the city. The only thing spicier than her cooking is her imagination. And right now she seems to have a thing for me. Surprisingly, the Ardo postbox has no graffiti on it. Maybe people around here are finally starting to respect our government and its fine agencies. Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. Ah, the once majestic Chandler Avenue. There's enough radiation in this asphalt to fry an egg on Christmas morning. All hell has broken loose since the government stopped requiring products to display those give a hoot, don't pollute symbols. Chelsee runs a first-rate newsstand. On the top floor of this place is where I hang my hat. It's not much, but it's better than... well, it's not much. That rickety fire escape leads back to my office. That rickety fire escape leads back to my office. This is the brand new electronic shop outlet. No pun intended. I won't be able to... This is the brand new electronic shop outlet. No pun intended. I won't be able to get inside the electronic shop until I get a membership card. That rickety fire escape leads back to my office. The ruins of old San Francisco make for a bleak landscape. This is the proverbial road to nowhere. All hell has broken loose since the government stopped requiring products to display those give a hoot, don't pollute symbols. I don't know what these garbage cans are used for, but they're the cleanest things on the street. The garbage in the alley's a real eyesore. Makes it look like I live in a dump. Oh well. I don't know what these garbage cans are used for, but they're the cleanest things on the street. The garbage in the alley's a real eyesore. Makes it look like I live in a dump. Oh well. My trusty 31 lightning bolt speeder. I still regret not getting the sunroof option. The Golden Gate Hotel was once known as the Waldorf of the Pacific. Its halls are still sturdy, and the walls have worn well. But there's nobody living inside. The streetlights here work about half the time, and that's usually during the day. On the top floor of this place is where I hang my hat. It's not much, but it's better than... well, it's not much. Bijou Theater used to be quite a night spot. It was condemned years ago and could collapse any day. There's no way I'm going in there. I like to stand by these, waiting for a glimpse of Rita. The Bijou Theater used to be quite a night spot. It was condemned years ago and could collapse any day. There's no way I'm going in there. These signs around here haven't been replaced in at least 50 years. Looks like someone took a pee here. The Bijou Theater used to be quite a night spot. It was The most interesting thing about these movie posters is that someone hasn't stolen them yet. The most interesting thing about these movie posters is that someone hasn't stolen them yet. The most interesting thing about these movie posters is... Turns out that when worlds collide had it all wrong. When Venus bounced off us back in '29, it wasn't that bad. In fact, here in California, hardly anybody noticed. Turns out that when worlds collide had it all wrong. When Venus bounced off us back in '29, it wasn't that bad. In fact, here in California, hardly anybody noticed. The most interesting thing about these movie posters is that someone hasn't stolen them yet. All hell has broken loose since the government stopped requiring products to display those "give a hoot, don't pollute" symbols. I heard this newspaper box got destroyed right after Chelsee opened her newsstand. Coincidence? These fire hydrants are commonly used by the locals to mark territory in front of their respective business establishments. The streetlights here work about half the time, and that's usually during the day. These signs around here haven't been replaced in at least 50 years. Coit Tower was once a majestic landmark. The wiener stand on the patio at the base of Coit Tower made the best chili dog in town. No one's here right now, though, so I better check back later. The Golden Gate Hotel was once known as the Waldorf of the Pacific. Its halls are still sturdy, and the walls have worn well, but there's nobody living inside. Ardo Newpop is a gigantic goon who works at the front desk at the Golden Gate Motel. Ardo's no rocket scientist. In fact, he probably doesn't even know what a rocket scientist is. Anything good on the tube today?
Uh-huh. I'm watching the Captain Wallaby show, and he's so funny.
Captain Wallaby, your favorite show?
It's my third favorite show. My favorite is the Inspector Burns Fire Safety Show.
Why is that your favorite show?
'Cause fire safety is very important, and I want to grow up to be just like Inspector Burns.
Look, Ardo, if you'll answer some of my questions, I might bring Inspector Burns in to meet you. Would you like that?
Okay. I can answer some questions, but first I have to put on my fire hat because Inspector Burns' fire safety show is going to be on pretty soon. I went to his pawn shop because I thought he would have Inspector Burns action figures, but he didn't, and I got mad at him, so he probably don't like me. Ooh, Chelsee is pretty cool, 'cause she's got good magazines and stuff. That's where I bought my Inspector Burns fire safety manual. He's a nice guy, and I like to eat there 'cause there's a TV. She's the lady who makes the best pizza. I eat at her pizza place all the time 'cause I love it. I don't know what that is. I just want to be like my hero, Inspector Burns, 'cause fire safety is very important. I never heard nothing about that.
The Acme Warehouse is the former Snow White dry cleaning building. Nobody's used this place in a while. The Acme Warehouse is the former Snow White dry cleaning building. Nobody's used this place in a while. Looks like someone's locked the door. Looks like someone's locked the door. Rusty the Clown's novelty shop. Closed down a few months ago after Rusty mysteriously disappeared. The police suspect foul play, but I think he probably just choked to death on his own bad jokes. It's all locked up. The only way I'm gonna get inside is by using my innate cleverness or ingenuity, or maybe a key. It's all locked up. These garbage cans seem to be in good shape. Too bad nobody uses them. Chelsee keeps a well-stocked selection of magazines. I wish I could afford to buy a couple. Life hasn't been the same since my True Detective subscription ran out. Chelsee runs a first-rate newsstand. Chelsee's a hot little number. I hear she's a mutant, but it doesn't show. The only weird thing about her is she won't go out with me. Chelsee Bando's the kind that could hold her own with anyone, but she has a way of turning my knees to jelly. She's a mutant just like everyone else in this part of town, but she's a real beauty.
Well, hello, stranger.
Hey, sweetheart. Know anyone who could use my services today?
Well, I guess that depends on which services we're talking about, big guy.
Well, duh. I guess you forgot. I'm a PI.
Well, you know, Tex, you just might have a chance to show how good a PI you are. Had you heard that Rook's place got robbed?
Yeah, it's a darn shame. Hope the cops find out who did it.
Yeah, me too. If you'll excuse me, Tex, I've got work to do.
Chelsee's a hot little number. I hear she's a...
What can I do for you, Tex? Rook acts like a tough guy, but he's a softie. Just don't tell him that to his face. Oh, you know me, Tex. I'm just making ends meet. I love Louis, but his friendliness doesn't fool me. He's a sharp one. He knows everything that's going on in this neighborhood. Franny's a live wire. Either she or Sal is going to do time for killing the other one. I have never seen a couple fight like they do. Sal's a handful. He's a nice guy, but I don't know, I feel kind of naked when he gives me the eye. Luckily, Ardo seems to like me. I mean, if I were on his bad side, I'd be tempted to relocate. He could crush a Subaru with one hand. Wish I could help you there, Tex. I remember Rusty. He had a kid show on TV when I was young. I hated the show. That clown makeup always scared me.
Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. He's a crusty old World War III vet with a face like a raisin and a tongue like a butcher's cleaver.
What do you want, Murphy?
Fine. How you doing, Rook?
I'm not in the mood for small talk.
Maybe I should come back and we can discuss it later, say next Halloween?
Hold on a second, Murphy. Maybe I could use your help. Last night someone broke into my pawn shop. I don't usually have anything of great value, but yesterday I gave out a fair amount of cash for an extremely valuable diamond bracelet.
My deductive powers tell me the bracelet's no longer on the premises.
Brilliant work, Murphy.
Thanks. So what happened?
The bracelet was pawned by a young girl named Emma Nimpton. She said she hated to hawk a family heirloom, but had no choice. She said she would reclaim the bracelet in a month. Well, since the bracelet was worth 10 times the $8,000 I loaned her, it was a good deal for me.
What was your impression of the girl?
She seemed real nice. I don't know what I'm going to tell her. I called her this morning, but her line is disconnected.
Have you contacted the police?
No, the police are a waste of time, and I can't afford to hire a decent PI.
So what am I, chopped liver?
I'd appreciate your help. I'm not a rich man, but if you find the bracelet, I'll owe you a few favors, which could come in handy. Come back here and I'll show you where they broke in.
Rook takes me out back and shows me where the burglar broke in. The back window is busted out and the latch is ripped. It's a sloppy job. As I start my investigation, I'm looking for information to enter into my crime-link computer back at the office. One thing's for sure, Emma Nimpton won't be one of the suspects' names. Every PI worth his salt knows that's not my name spelled backwards. Well, that's the sturdy, worm-eaten back door to Rook's pawn shop. This building that Rook runs his pawn shop out of is at least 120 years old, making it only slightly younger than Rook. I wonder what all these garbage cans are doing around here. Maybe Rook is running a low-rent hostel. The texture of the pavement surface is a cross between a spilled Coke and sandstone. Looks like a shoe print is outlined in that sticky pool of something resembling chocolate. Footprints about a size 14. An empty bottle of evanescent spring water, for those with a higher class of thirst. I don't usually enjoy piles of garbage, but they do add a lot of character to this alley. These are empty jumbo-sized cans of Camel's chunky chocolate soup. Good. These are empty jumbo-sized cans of Camel's chunky chocolate soup. Good. The baby rum wrapper looks like it was left recently. Yep, still warm. An empty bottle of evanescent spring water, for those with a higher class of thirst. Shard of glass must have come from that broken window. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Looks like whoever broke into Rook's window left one of his hairs behind. Apparently our burglar is a Carrot Top. Looks like whoever broke into Rook's window left one of his hairs behind. Apparently our burglar is a Carrot Top. The empty bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around this alley all look like they've been licked clean. These disgusting piles of trash remind me of Aunt Betty's annual yard sales. These are empty jumbo-sized cans of Camel's chunky chocolate soup. Good. Like Rook always says, you can cut corners here and there, but there's nothing like a quality garbage can. Looks like a key of some kind. Whoever uses these garbage cans is either a terrible shot or is saving them for that special piece of trash. An empty bottle of evanescent spring water. The empty bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around this alley all look like they've been licked clean. Another billboard advertising cosmetic surgery. It's big business these days. Mutants with money will pay anything to look like norms. Reminds me of playing hoops when I was younger, in the days before my lower vertebrae turned into petrified rock. Whoever uses these garbage cans is either a terrible shot or is saving them for that special piece of trash. The empty bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around this alley all look like they've been licked clean. I don't usually enjoy piles of garbage, but they do add a lot of character to this alley. Whatever's on the other end of this power box must be out of commission. The gauge is as dead as my love life. It's one of those basketballs they used to give away at Weenie World. This chain link fence doesn't seem to do much, except separate Rook's ugly half of the alley from Franny's ugly half of the alley. Ten seconds left. Down by one. Murphy has the ball. He fakes. He drives. It's a 360. He's fouled. Well, that steep staircase looked really hard to climb. Looks like someone's back door opens onto the fire escape. Hey, this door's just painted on. This is where graffiti novices come to practice. After honing their skills, they move on to places where people actually care if you spray paint their walls. These are empty jumbo-sized cans of Camel's chunky chocolate soup. Good. I wonder what all these garbage cans are doing around here. Maybe Rook is running a low-rent hostel. The texture of the pavement surface is a cross between a spilled Coke and sandstone. It feels like somebody's watching. Someone really weird. Wow, a recyclable paper can. Finally, a glimmer of ecological responsibility. I didn't know Rook cared. Wow, a recyclable paper can. These are empty jumbo-sized cans of Camel. The Slice of Heaven has been making pizza on the other side of this wall for so long, the bricks smell faintly of extra cheese. This rickety wooden fence keeps Rook's pawnshop and the Slice of Heaven pizza parlor from collapsing into each other. Whoa! This antique boombox worked. I bet it'd only play the Bee Gees. This old relic probably hasn't worked in years. Hey, there are batteries in here. I wonder if these still work. Tingly tongue. Still got juice. Oh man! This dumpster smells like 20-year-old mayonnaise, and I ought to know. Well, I'll be darned. Except for the filth and stench, the interior isn't much different than the average studio apartment. In fact, it's nicely furnished. Someone's been living here, and I wonder if he saw anything. Oh man! This dumpster smells like 20... This is the brand new electronic shop outlet. No pun intended. I won't be able to get inside the electronic shop until I get a membership card. This is the brand new electronic shop. I won't be able to get inside. These posters somehow survived the big war. They're bitter reminders of the past glory of this great city. Louis Laments runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout. These posters somehow survived the big war. These posters somehow survived the big war. Louis Laments runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout. Man, there are signs of radioactivity everywhere. Surprisingly, the Ardo postbox has no graffiti on it. Maybe people around here are finally starting to respect our government and its fine agencies. The Postal Service has gotten much faster since the stamp price went to $10. I should get my credit card back tomorrow morning. Rook Garner runs this pawn shop.
So, Murphy, have you come up with anything yet?
Well, it's hard to say, but I'll get back to you later. Well, this is a section of the Bay City Mirror. It's a weekly newsletter that covers local goings-on written by mutants for mutants. I'd subscribe if they had a comics page. This is where Louis throws out the garbage. Street people come from miles around to sample Louis's award-winning leftovers. Nothing in here worth taking. Louis Lamintz runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout. The Brew and Stew is run by Louis Lamintz, a bloated mutant with a heart bigger than his waistline. Everyone comes to Louis' cafe. So does all the street talk. If something's going on, Louis knows about it.
What can I do for you, Mike?
Well, for starters, you could give me a job. I've forgotten what a paycheck looks like.
I hear you, Mike. Last week I had to lay off half my kitchen help. Times are pretty tough, but it could be worse.
So you haven't heard of any major unsolved crimes in the neighborhood, have you?
Sorry, Mike, but I'll sure let you know if I hear of anything. Rook's an ornery old cuss, but me and him are old buddies. We fought in the big war together. He's one person you can trust in these troubled times. Chelsee acts tough, but she has to be with all the scum around. And she's as smart as she is pretty. She knows a lot of what goes on in the shadows of this city. Yeah, things are a little slow, but I'm getting by. Having to lay off some of my kitchen help hurt my pride more than anything. Granny's a fireball. She and Sal opened a pizza place 7 to 8 years ago. And they've been fighting ever since. Sal's a big guy with an appetite for food, wine, and women. He comes by here most every day for lunch. Ardo comes in now and again. Usually orders a couple of steaks and a chocolate milk. His temper's as short as he is tall. And he's only got one oar in the water. A bad combination. Sorry, Mike. Can't help you there. He was a strange one. He had a show on TV for a while. Got pretty popular. Then he quit the show and went into business. He opened up a shop right up the street from here. I guess he wasn't a very good businessman. The shop went out of business within a couple of months. Then Rusty just disappeared. I heard he'd made some enemies in the novelty trade. Rook told me about the bracelet, but I don't know anything more about it. Rook's been robbed before. But he's never had anything really valuable taken. This is gonna set Rook back for a while. Too bad the cops have turned a blind eye. Ever since the crusade started up, the relations between norms and mutants has gone to pot. I've had rocks thrown through my windows, graffiti sprayed on the bricks outside. There's not much I can do, though. He's one of the few norms besides you who's eaten here. Seems like a typical cop. A little dim, and not too concerned about what happens in the mutant sections of town.
Francesca Lucido makes the spiciest pizza in the city. The only thing spicier than her cooking is her imagination. And right now she seems to have a thing for me. Francesca Lucido makes the spiciest... Francesca Lucido... Francesca Lucido...
Well, it's that handsome P.I. Tex Murphy. Have you come to take me away?
How'd you guess? You must have seen my white horse hitched to the railing out front.
Oh my, Mr. Murphy, you certainly know how to excite a girl.
Well, that's what I've been told. I almost got my own 900 number before getting into the PI biz.
Well, I certainly would have subscribed. What can I do for you, Mr. Sexy Voice? Rook is a tough old geezer. I've known him ever since we opened the slice of heaven back in '32, but I can't say I know him very well. Chelsee is a nice girl. Sal tries to flirt with her, but she doesn't give him the time of day. I like Louis. He runs a nice place, and I go over there and chat with him when the business is slow. Well, I was hoping you'd get around to asking about me. I'm just a lonely, hot-blooded woman who needs the love of a good, strong man. Me and Sal got married too young, and it's been up and down ever since. I've had enough of his drinking and the womanizing, and I divorce him in a second, but he's got a couple of buddies who are top lawyers. If I had some hard evidence of his screwing around, I could divorce him and get a decent settlement. Ardo is an overgrown kid. He comes in here for the all-you-can-eat buffet, and I've got to kick him out every time. If I didn't, he'd eat everything we got. Can't help you, Tex. He was a weirdo who opened up a shop just down the street. That would have been a couple of years ago. The business went under in a hurry, and the clown just disappeared. Sorry, I don't know anything about that. I heard that Rook's place got robbed. It scares me to death. There's so much crime in this part of the city. That's that religion for norms only. It makes me sick. Sorry. Ask me about something else.
Chelsee's a hot little number.
Hi, Tex. How's the investigation going? Is there anything I can do to help? Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that. Yeah, I remember Rook told me about the burglary. I remember a stranger hanging around the past couple of days. It might be a dead end, but I seem to remember that the guy had these bright green eyes and a tattoo of an anchor on his arm. The crusade is big. Much bigger than most people know. They have operatives all over, and then these huge sections of the norm population are joining. Well, they say it's a religion, but then they encourage the members to be violent and prejudiced towards others. Wish I could help you there, Tex. remember Rusty. He had a kid show on TV when I was young. I hated the show. That clown makeup always scared me.
The Golden Gate Hotel was once known. I heard that Ardo shuts the place down every once in a while to do fire safety upgrades. Maybe he's painting fire extinguishers in all the rooms. I haven't seen Mac Malden since the Martian Memorandum case. I remember him as a surly, incompetent, fat-nosed cop. As I step into his office, I can see he's changed. His nose is even bigger.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy. I figured you'd be dead by now.
I could say the same about you. When's the last time you had your cholesterol checked?
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost!
Listen, I'm working on a burglary case and I'm looking for a lead.
You and me both, Seamus. The mayor's office is all over me again. You heard about the string of pawnshop robberies? We have no suspects, and I'm catching the heat for it.
So you and your crack team of detectives have no leads?
Of course we have leads, you pots. We know he's a norm, Caucasian, and has AB negative blood. That narrows down our list of suspects to about 1 million. Now get out of my hair. I got work to do.
CrimeLink Computer is the only valuable... Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
Yeah, what do you want?
Looks like you're busy drowning your troubles, my good man.
Well, Mr. High and Mighty, what are you, a preacher or something?
Well, yes I am, brother, and I'm here to save your soul.
Yeah, and I'm the Pope. Get out of my face, you lying dirtbag.
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
Oh no, not you again. Look, I'll warn you right now, I'm almost out of chocolate syrup and I'm not in a good mood.
You know, I just might have something that would improve your ugly mood.
Is that so? Well, what?
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
This isn't a good time for a social call, punk. If I don't get her fixed soon, I'll go insane! Dorry me paso latido!
Well, I think that Chocoholics Anonymous could do wonders for you.
How do you get lost before I eat that chocolate-colored hat of yours?
Coit Tower was once a majestic landmark. The wiener stand on the patio at the base of Coit Tower made the best chili dog in town. No one's here right now, though, so I better check back later.
What can I get you?
You want to try a slice of my chocolate pie? I can get you a piece to go if you like.
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
This isn't a good time for a social call, punk. If I don't get her fixed soon, I'll go insane! Dorry me paso latido!
I don't make a practice of helping out addicts, but I think I've got something that will ease the pain.
Oh, hold out on me, man. If you've got something, let's have it. Praise heaven! You've brought the ambrosia of life. Ask me anything you want. Rook, he leaves me alone. Can't ask for more than that. I think Chelsee used to fancy me, till she found out my only true love was chocolate. damn near broke her heart. Nice guy, good cook. Every National Feed a Bum Day, he brings me one of his award-winning chocolate pies. Ugh. I don't have much to do with her. They don't serve anything with chocolate in it at the pizza joint. The only time I ever see Sal is when he gets drunk and comes by to pick a fight. Then I kick his butt and send him on his way. That big goon, he used to hassle me until I shared a quart of chocolate syrup with him. Now he lets me alone. Wish I could help. Nope, don't know a thing about it. Sorry, can't help you with that. I saw someone prowling around the back of the pawn shop last night. It was so dark, I didn't get a good look at him, but I could tell he was huge. Probably 6'3" or 6'4", about 300 pounds. I stay out of politics, especially bad politics. Wish I could help. I saw someone prowling around the back of the pawn shop last night. It was so dark, I didn't get a good look at him, but I could tell he was huge. Probably 6'3" or 6'4", about 300 pounds.
The Golden Gate Hotel was once known as the... I heard that Ardo shuts the place down every once in a while to do fire safety upgrades. Maybe he's painting fire extinguishers in all the rooms. The Golden Gate Hotel was one... I heard that Ardo shuts the place down every once in a while to do fire... The Golden Gate Hotel... I heard that Ardo shut... CrimeLink Computer is the only valuable... Chelsee's a hot little number.
What can I do for you, Tex? Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that. Oh yeah, I know Beek. If you want to talk to him, you might try hanging out around Coit Tower.
I walk up the steps to Coit Tower and spot a small figure lurking in the shadows. In the half-light, I can see only the person's profile, but it's definitely Beek. As I walk towards him, he glances around, then approaches me warily, like a vegetarian sizing up a pot pie.
What are you staring at?
You must be Beek Nariz.
Huh? Yeah, that's me. But I ain't smelled you before. Who are you?
I'm a friend of Chelsee Bando. You told me I could probably find you nosing around up here.
Yeah, Chelsee. Good egg. Nice looker. So, what do you want?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to see if your nose is as big as everyone says.
What, you some kind of joker? Maybe I'll see you around. You leave me alone, Mr. Snoopy Guy.
Look, don't be snooty, Beek. I'm here to cut you a deal. Literally.
Okay, I can use this. My nose has started sagging lately. Makes it hard to breathe. Now, what kind of info you looking for, huh? I can't help you there. Chelsee! Smart girl and a real looker to boot. She's got a cute little nose. I haven't got any info on that. She runs that pizza place with her husband, Sal. I don't know much about her. A true Italian nose, though. He lets his wife run the pizza joint. I don't know what he does, though I've heard some things about who he does. You can tell he drinks a lot by that snaz of his. I can't help you there. I know a little about him. Runs a pretty successful PI business. I think he's dead, and I'll bet Mick Flemm had something to do with it. Word was the two of them were smuggling illegal novelty items from Hong Kong, and Rusty crossed Flemm. Ever since Rusty disappeared, Flemm has had a terrible fear of clowns. Bozophobia. I once saw Flemm pretty drunk, and he said he had nightmares of Rusty's ghost coming back to haunt him from the grave. He was completely terrified. The bracelet is the bait Mick Flemm uses for the pawnshop robberies. Rook's pawnshop was robbed by a two-bit crook named Mick Flemm. He and his girlfriend have knocked off half a dozen pawnshops over the past month. The girl goes to a pawnshop and hawks a bracelet for a decent amount of cash. Then Flemm breaks into the pawnshop and steals the bracelet, along with anything else he finds. Big trouble. It's causing mutant blood to boil, and I don't want to be around when the bullets start flying. Anyone with a hunker like that can't be all bad. Malden's no rocket scientist, but I hear that he's not on the take. I've helped him out a couple of times, so he leaves me alone. Mick Flamm's rap sheet would take a day to read. He's a fat scum, and he's an idiot to boot. That's why he's always getting caught. He's been busted for burglary, mail fraud, arson, you name it. Everyone knows he operates out of the Snow White warehouse, but don't tell him. Oh, I'm nobody. I just try to keep my nose clean and my ear to the ground. Oh, wait a minute. Or was that vice versa?
It's all locked up. The only way I'm gonna get inside is by using my innate cleverness or ingenuity, or maybe a key. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work. It's all locked up. Looks like a welcome mat, but when it's on the doorstep of a novelty shop, you can never be too careful. Whoa, a key. Rusty the Clown's novelty shop. Just a couple of empty old packing boxes. Rusty, the clown from hell. No wonder this place went under. Probably scared off all his business. Ooh, a small nozzle. Probably a helium dispenser used for filling balloons. Looks like some kind of in-house television.
Hi, kids, it's me, Inspector Burns. And as we all know, fire can be our friend, but fire can be our foe. So many times, fires start so carelessly. And what can fires do? Fires burn you. Never, never light matches. No, no, no. Fire is dangerous. Fire made me look like this. Do you want to look like me? No, no, no. Don't look like Inspector Burns. Don't play with matches.
Inspector Burns. I always thought he was a freak, but the kids love him. So does Ardo. Looks like my 4th grade teacher. Well, this must be Mr. Grimm. He's a reaper. Oh, this is a scary mask. Why, it's Mr. Sloppy Lasagna Eater. Cool. A plastic dart crossbow. It'll make a nice addition to my non-violent weapon collection. Apparently, Rusty was very fond of empty cardboard boxes. It's a Rusty Clown life-size doll. Wow! It's a dead ringer for... Oh, no pun intended. I can't get over how lifelike this doll is. If it didn't have a hook on the back and a battery compartment, I'd swear it was Rusty himself. Why, it's Mr. Sloppy Lasagna Eater. I'll bet this is a real popular mask. Wow, the limited edition Daryl Hannah wig and mannequin set. Well, I have no idea what I'd ever do with a stacking ring, but what the heck. I had a set of stacking rings just like this one when I was a little PI. Even has a small hole in it, just like the rings I had. Man, fill one of these with water and you can chuck it a mile. Whoa! For a second there, I thought someone had decapitated Inspector Burns and left his head on the floor. What a great mask. These weapons are all made of plastic. All bark and no bite. They're completely useless. These weapons are all made of plastic. All bark and no bite. They're completely useless. This wig probably sells well during the Bay Area Yodeling Festival. A mask of the king? That's blasphemy! This wig must be quite popular with shy people. Whoa, this wig would even make someone like me look glamorous. Maybe this key fits in that employees only door. If I can unlock this door, I may be able to go where only clowns have gone before. Locked. If I can unlock this door, I may be able to... Posters in here tell you more than you'd ever care to know about film processing. The sink must have been used for developing photos. Not much use for it now since all the developing equipment's gone. A balloon strategically located near the water faucet. Looks like Rusty didn't go down without a fight. Well, that's not gonna work. 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 A plastic suction dart can be formidable ammo in the hands of an expert like myself. Posters in here tell you more than you'd ever care to know about film processing. Why in the world would Rusty keep a barrel of toxic acid? Oh, lordy. Well, this is where Rusty ended up. What a way to go. I'm willing to bet he didn't crawl in here on his own. Someone murdered him. The sink must have been used for developing photos. Not much use for it now since all the developing equipment's gone. Ooh, a small nozzle. Probably a helium dispenser used for filling balloons. Portable helium. Just undo the knot and breathe deeply. That door leads out to the street. Well, that's not gonna work. The Acme Warehouse is the former Snow White dry cleaning building. Nobody's used this place in a while. If Flemm is working out of this warehouse, it looks like he got careless. The door's unlocked. If this is Mick Flemm's hangout, he'll probably be back soon. I better try and set some sort of trap for him. I'll have to remember this stack of 2x4s when I get around to building some furniture for my office. Well, this is definitely the most threatening condemnation notice I've ever seen. I don't think I'll move any of these pallets because they look like big slivers waiting to happen. Yummy! A bottle of turnip schnapps. I'll bet it's got a real kick. Well, this is actually a storage compartment. Looks like it requires a special combination key. Locked. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work. Those windows are practically begging to have rocks thrown through them. That door leads to the street. This table and the bottle on it aren't dusty like everything else here. Someone's used this recently. I don't think I'll move any of these pallets because they look like big slivers waiting to happen. This business sign should be on the outside of the building. No wonder they went out of business. Ooh, this barrel smells like it shouldn't be opened. These large doors look like they haven't been opened since my last date. Crate smells like laundry soap. Crate in front on the floor seems to be partially opened. Crate smells like laundry soap. Crate in front on the floor seems to be partially opened. Apparently some fireman dropped off his uniform to be cleaned and forgot to pick it up. Crate smells like laundry soap. Crate in front on the floor seems to be partially opened. This must be the power box for the warehouse, and it's locked. Well, that's not gonna work. That hook looks pretty heavy duty. This corrugated metal reminds me of my favorite snack, sun chips. The majestic view of the warehouse scenery would make the landing a perfect picnic spot. This key must fit a lock around here somewhere. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, this is actually a storage compartment. Looks like it requires a special combination key. Locked. Hopefully this isn't a self-destruct lever. The sound is coming from up on the landing. Looks like the on-off switch controls a pulley hook. It's running back and forth along a track. Can't get over how lifelike this doll is. If it didn't have a hook on the back and a battery compartment, I'd swear it was Rusty himself. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work. So, this actually operates the pulley up on the landing. The heavy footsteps I hear must be Flemm. Luckily, my rusty trap's all set. I'll need to find a hiding place as close as possible to the pulley control box. When Flemm least expects it, I'll throw the pulley lever and bring Rusty back from the dead. So, this actually operates the pulley up on the landing. So, this actually operates the pulley up on the landing.
Ooh, it's me, Rusty Kids, and I'm here to Mommy's come back!
Whoa, the glow-in-the-dark Rusty Clown doll looks pretty spooky dangling up there in the dark. Damn, I'm good. This has to be Rook's bracelet. Mick ran off without his keys. I'll bet at least one of these will come in handy. A locked box within a locked box. It must contain something worth having. The strong box is too sturdy to break open. I'll need the key. What do we have here? Unless I miss my guess, this is Jade, and it's good quality, too. That door leads to the street.
I'm telling you, it's impossible. It can't be done. I've tried everything.
The prophecy is very clear. We can't go on until this step is completed. Surely your unique skills give you opportunity?
My ability has gotten us nowhere. Capricorn got there before me. They're always one step ahead of me. It's like they can read my mind.
We can't let them stop us. Maybe we can use your skills on someone else. I've made inquiries. And if he hasn't gotten himself killed, maybe he's just what we need. Murphy. Tex Murphy.
I feel better today than I've felt in a long time. Boy, did I stun Rook when I walked in and handed him that bracelet. Okay, so getting the bracelet back doesn't make me Detective of the Year, but it does stimulate the confidence glands. Maybe I can succeed at this business and turn my career around. But if I'm gonna do that, I better do something about my fax machine. Who knows how many new opportunities I've missed to show the world my greatness. Oh, great. Another incoming message that won't print out. If I don't get a new fax machine, I'll be out of business. Oh boy, mail. Ah, my own personal credit card. I'll need this to get into the electronics shop next door. That's the door to the street. This electronics shop outlet has just moved into the neighborhood. I've heard that the manager's name is Hamm Underwood. Everyone knows they sell overpriced junk, but it is conveniently located. Various connectors, accessories, and doodads. Probably there for decoration. Yum, an imitation chocolate keyboard, the perfect Valentine gift for that special computer nerd. The counter's spotless and wraps around 3/4 of the showroom floor. This is something called Future Crate. It must hold more stuff than plain old crates. Ah, it's the plasma ball, the season's hottest new toy. Unfortunately, it cost $18,039.99. A teeny disc tote box. Too bad they quit making teeny discs 10 years ago. Looks like some kind of space chicken. The fax machine's so outdated it doesn't even have a brand name. And it's better than nothing. I can't get that while the force field is up. The fax machine's so outdated it doesn't even have a brand name. And it's better than nothing. Ah, the Blue Light Special Box. What unexpected treasures does this hold in store? Looks like some kind of space chicken. Oh, a drive-through teller tube. Everyone should have at least one of these around the house. A teeny disc tote box. Too bad they quit making teeny discs 10 years ago. Yum, an imitation chocolate keyboard, the perfect Valentine gift for that special computer nerd. The Rodent Tracker 8000, just like on TV. Because household pests never build up an immunity to bullets. Now that's interesting. Looks like an alien pineapple. Shelves and shelves of useless, overpriced products. Shelves and shelves of useless, overpriced products. A remote control flying saucer, huh? It's so old it's turning to dust. Yum, an imitation chocolate keyboard, the perfect... Kids infrared visors. They stopped making these about 50 years ago and they're still overstocked. I don't know what this is, but it's got a real nice handle. A Vox TV with remote crab speakers. Well, that's either a model of a space station or a 4-pack of mineral water. This must be the new 10-key laser printer pop-up toaster unit. An old 1286 with an ancient super-duper Wowzer VGA monitor. Ooh, Plan 9 flying saucers. Very cool. The counter's spotless and wraps around 3/4 of the showroom floor. Looks like a core sample from an old sofa. Now that's interesting. Looks like an alien pineapple. Various connectors, accessories, and doodads. Probably there for decoration. Shelves and shelves of useless, overpriced products. That pudgy computer dweeb really has a battered head.
How's it going? You here to do more shopping?
Oh, you bet, because there sure is a lot of neat stuff in here.
Well, go ahead and look around. If you see something you like in the blue light special box, just insert your card. We'll be happy to bill you later.
I tried not to stare, but it threw me off when I saw how cross-eyed Hamm Underwood is. I'll have to keep in mind that anything he says is on the left is probably on the right. That pudgy computer dweeb really has a battered head.
How's it going? You here to do more shopping?
Maybe. I'll have to see what you've got that I can waste my money on.
Well, go ahead and look around. If you see something you like in the blue light special box, just insert your card. We'll be happy to bill you later.
I tried not to stare, but it threw me off when I saw how cross-eyed Hamm Underwood is. I'll have to keep in mind that anything he says is on the left is probably on the right.
You have a fax.
As soon as I hook up the new fax machine, a fax prints out. Oh, finally. Maybe this is a real case, the kind you get paid for. A fax addressed to Tex Murphy from the Countess Renier? Countess Renier. That name smacks of money. Hopefully she doesn't want to hire me to find her lost poodle. As I land my speeder, I see my dream house, only bigger. The butler is a tall, thin man, about 70. He tells me the Countess is expecting me and shows me into a large, lavishly furnished drawing room.
I'm the Countess Renier. Please, have a seat.
Thank you. You know, I pictured you being, well, older and heavier.
No one is born old, Mr. Murphy. Now, shall we discuss our business while we're still young?
Oh, by all means. Pardon my interruption.
Your services have been recommended to me by a trusted friend who prefers to remain anonymous. Suffice it to say that your unique abilities are what I need right now.
Which of my unique abilities are you referring to?
I'm sure you have many unique abilities. The one I would hire you for is your talent of locating people and things. I've been told this talent has made you some friends and many enemies.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Countess, but wasn't it Roy Rogers who once said, "You can't please all the people all the time"?
Save your homespun humor for a more gullible woman. What I'm asking you to do may make you very unpopular with some people.
Exactly how unpopular are we talking here?
Let me give you some background information, then you can decide for yourself. Some time ago, a family heirloom was stolen from this bungalow. I do keep most of my valuables on my estate in Europe, but on this visit, I brought the piece to show a friend. Within hours of my arrival, I found it stolen, and I have made extensive inquiries trying to retrieve it, but I found out nothing.
Well, I'm sure you have more resources, talking about cash, than I do. You should be able to buy all the information you need. What makes you think that I can help you?
Oh, I don't. I remembered what my friend had told me about you after I had exhausted every other option.
You know, referring to me as your last option could automatically double my fee.
I already planned on paying you much more than your usual fee. I'm a wealthy young woman, Mr. Murphy. To give you an idea, the stolen artifact alone is worth more money than you could earn in 10 lifetimes.
Oh, we'll see about that when I win the clearinghouse sweepstakes.
How quaint. Let's not waste any more time. I need some work done, and I'll pay you well for it.
Well, in my experience, getting paid well is a relative term.
Your obsession with money is appalling.
Oh, I have any number of appalling traits, but I am a good PI.
Well, if you prove to be as good as you think you are, I'll pay you a $30,000 finder's fee.
Well, let me think about it. Okay, I'll do it. In fact, I'll even mow your lawn at no charge.
Try to control yourself, Mr. Murphy. I'll expect you to focus all of your energies on this job, and the methods you use to retrieve the artifact are of no interest to me. But as more time elapses, the less likely it is that the item will be found, and for that reason, I must require you to find it and to return it to me within 1 week. And after that, there will be no finder's fee available to you.
Do you pay time and a half after 40 hours? That's a joke.
I have stated my conditions. As to the artifact itself, it is a beautiful statuette made of crystal and shaped in the form of a bird. It has been in my family for countless generations, and as I said, it is extremely valuable. There are many collectors who would stop at nothing to own it. Whoever stole the statuette would undoubtedly have gone to the black market and offered it to the highest bidder.
I think I saw that statuette you're talking about. Someone was selling it on the home shopping network. Boy, I had no idea it was so expensive.
You make jokes, but you cannot possibly know how rare and valuable the statuette is. And now that you have all the necessary information, we'll end this charming visit. Don't bother contacting me until you have the statuette in your possession. And If you are successful in your search, it could change my opinion of you considerably. My valet will give you a retainer of $1,000 on your way out. Goodbye, Mr. Murphy.
I didn't tell the Countess, but I would have done damn near anything for $30,000. Now I've got to find a link to the black market. How hard can it be?
Hey, Murphy, guess what? We got the guy who robbed those pawn shops. Turned himself in. Can you believe it? Kept babbling some about a clown coming back from the dead to haunt him.
Actually, I know all about it. Because I'm the one who put the fear of Rusty in him.
Sure you did, Murphy. What can I do for you? Sorry, Murphy. Beek's a real valuable contact on the street, but he doesn't come cheap. Some of the cops here at the station joined the crusade. None of them work here anymore. I don't take much stock in religious movements, but it sure turned those guys into fanatics. He was a wacko who had a kid show on TV years ago. He quit the TV biz and opened a novelty shop somewhere in the mutant section. Word is, he got involved with the illegal novelty trade and got himself killed. He disappeared months ago. I've been okay. Little indigestion now and again, but nothing serious. Can't help you with that. Geez, Tex, you think I know about everything? Sorry, Murphy. Can't help you with that. Geez, Tex, you think I know about everything? Sorry, Murphy. Of course I know the Colonel. Didn't he teach you the business? He's the best PI I've ever worked with. No offense. We scratch each other's backs. He's been busy with some case, and I haven't seen him for a few weeks. Can't help you with that. Geez, Tex, you think I know about everything? Sorry, Murphy.
Hiya, Murphy. Well, you see my new nose. I'm so excited. I'm gonna look and feel like a new man.
Congratulations. Now you'll have to carry a stick around to keep the women off you.
Oh, come on, Murphy. Quit funning me. What do you need? I haven't got any info on that. I can't help you there. I haven't got any info on that.
Chelsee's a hot little number.
Hey, I heard you took care of Rook. Pretty impressive.
Let me show you my investigative abilities. Then you'll be really impressed.
Oh, I'm sure I would, but I just don't date my customers, especially ones with no money.
Did I ever tell you that I'm a gourmet chef and a fabulous dancer?
Sorry, Tex. Let's just pretend we'll always have Paris.
Oh well. Could have been a beautiful friendship.
So, is there something you came to ask me about? He's only been here a few weeks, and I don't know much about him. Wish I could help you there, Tex. Apparently, it's a real hot item. The top commodities dealer in the city is named Franco Franco. He probably either has the statuette or knows who has it. I don't know how you're going to find him, but if you do, be careful.
Rook Garner runs this pawn shop.
What else can I help you with, Murphy? I don't know anything about that. 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 Big-time crook. Deals with a lot of smuggled artifacts and the like. He's pretty well connected with the mob and black market here in San Francisco.
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
Ask away. Nope, don't know a thing about it. Sorry, can't help you with that. Wish I could help. Nope, don't know a thing about it. Sorry, can't help you with that.
Hiya, Murphy. I've heard his name in connection with some smuggling and illegal importing. I don't know anymore. I haven't got any info on that.
Back again, eh, Murphy? What can I help you with? He's a big-time crook. Deals with stolen and illegally imported merchandise, especially Jade. Can't help you with that.
Hiya, Murphy. I can't help you there. I've heard his name in connection with some smuggling and illegal importing. I don't know anymore.
What now, Murphy? You know, I subscribe to a trade paper called Jewelry Weekly. In the last issue, it seems to me I saw an advertisement by someone named Franco, who was looking to buy Jade. There wasn't anything of interest in the trade paper, so I threw it out. It's probably still in the trash can out back.
This must be the trade paper Rook mentioned. Being a movie buff, I've heard of the Alhambra Theater, though I heard it was closed down years ago. Sure enough, it's boarded up, but one of the back doors is unlocked. As soon as I step inside, 2 lugs the size of refrigerators grab me. I tell them that I have something for Mr. Franco, and one of them walks off. He comes back a minute later and escorts me into the main theater. A Buster Keaton flick is playing. The place is empty except for a man sitting by himself near the front of the theater.
Welcome, Mr. Murphy.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Franco. Tell me, do you do most of your business in dark theaters?
How and where I do my business is not your concern, Mr. Private Eye. As I'm sure you know, I'm strictly a legitimate businessman.
Yeah, and I'm Miss America.
You must have done awfully well in the talent competition.
Well, that's very funny. Let me catch my breath and we'll do some business.
Do you have the item? Ah, a lovely specimen. It will make a fine addition to my collection. Now, I will answer one question to the best of my knowledge.
There's a statuette in the shape of a bird that recently came onto the market. You know who has it?
I know the statuette you're referring to. There were several bidders for it, but I believe it ended up in the hands of Eddie Ching. I can say no more about it. There, now I fulfill my part of the bargain. Don't contact me again. Unless, of course, you find another fine piece of jade. You know the way out.
Hiya, Murphy. You didn't hear me say this, but Eddie Ching owns this whole section of the city.
Chelsee's a hot little number.
What's going on, Tex? Look, I don't discuss that name, and neither should you, if you want to keep breathing. I don't know how you're going to find him, but if you do, be careful.
Judas Murphy, can't you find something else to do besides bothering me? Ching is a big man around here, with eyes and ears everywhere. If you go around asking questions about Eddie Ching, you'll find yourself sleeping with a fish real soon.
Oh.
Ask away. Wish I could help.
Too bad you don't like fresh brains, mate. Hot off the grill. Sorry, mate. Can't help you there. Hamm just opened the electronics place a while ago. He's come by for lunch a couple of times. Usually orders the brains and eggs platter. Sorry, mate. Can't help you there. Sorry, mate. Can't help you there. Sorry, mate. Can't help you there. I've heard his name, but I don't know anything about him.
Francesca Lucido makes the...
What can I get for you, handsome? How about a big plate of linguine with my own special sauce?
I think your sauce might be a little too rich for me. I just want to ask a couple of questions.
Can't help you, Tex. He opened that radioactive shack across to the street. I haven't spoken with him yet. Sorry, I don't know anything about that. Sorry. Ask me about something else. Can't help you, Tex. Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
What now, Seamus? Ching's a dangerous customer. He's responsible for half the crime in the city. Pretty sure he owns the police commissioner. We've been told to lay off him.
You have a fax. You have a fax.
A fax addressed to Tex Murphy from Franco Franco.
Back again, eh, Murphy? What can I help you with? That place is home to more major crime figures than any other place on the planet. Eddie Ching lives there on the entire top floor.
Looks like no one's home. This is gonna be easier than falling off a horse. This window doesn't want to open up. Maybe if I...
Whoa!
When I stopped bouncing off the awning 2 floors below Ching's place, I realized it'll take more than sheer strength to get into the apartment. Luckily, I noticed something that might help as I bounced by. A sticker on Ching's window said, "Security system installed by Underwood Incorporated." Ah, the Blue Light Special Box. What unexpected treasures does this hold in store? That pudgy computer dweeb really has a battered head.
Back again, huh? What can I do for you?
I understand that you and I are in the same line of moonlighting work.
Really? You do security systems too?
Well, sometimes. Here, let me see if I can find one of my business cards.
Don't worry about it. I always misplace my business cards too. What types of security systems have you worked with?
Well, a few years ago, I handled the motion sensor alarm at the Law and Order party.
I've heard that's a neat system. But it's nothing compared to the one I just put in.
I'll have you know that I've beaten every security system ever made.
Well, after I installed this system, I tried to beat it, but I couldn't. First, the only possible way to enter the building would be to land on the roof and rappel down. Then, you'd have to cut through the LCD alarm glass. Well, that's not too hard. In fact, I sell a laser blade here that would do it. But once you're inside, Every room is flooded with a net of heat and motion sensing beams that could turn an elephant into a brick of carbon. Believe me, it's burglar proof. Listen, this system is top secret, so let's just keep this between us.
The Laser Blade 2000. Worthless except on glass. Hopefully Hamm knows what he's talking about. The Laser Blade 2000. Well, this is just a glorified glass cutter. Armed with a chintzy electronic shop laser blade, I land my speeder on the roof of the Knickerbocker. Hoping for the best, I rappel down the side and pull out the laser blade. The laser beam cuts through the LCD glass like it was butter. I gingerly crawl through the hole in the window and find myself inside Eddie Ching's library. Either Hamm exaggerated or the laser fields aren't turned on. This must be my lucky day. Okay, so the view here is a little nicer than outside my office, if you're into that sort of thing. Laserblade did a nice job cutting through the window. Very comfy looking chair. I wish I had time to try them out. An extremely handsome mahogany table. Well, this lamp proves that art can be both beautiful and functional. An exquisite oriental rug. I wish I'd wiped my feet before I broke in. Impressive closet door. A heavy-duty metal Geiger trap. Looks like it might be sturdy enough to use on the roaches at my office. Clownfish confetti food. Smells like cotton candy. Hey there, little Buddha. A stone bust. Whoever posed for it didn't win any beauty contests, I'll wager. A stone bust. Whoever posed for it didn't win any beauty contests, I'll wager. As a rule, bookcases are great places to keep books. Handsome dish. I wonder if it's dishwasher safe. Well, looky there. It's Samurai Ken and Geisha Barbie. Oh, there's no mistaking these. They're lathe projects. Or maybe candlesticks. Ching has interesting tastes in literature. Let's see, art, death, and war. Ching has interesting tastes in literature. Let's see, art, death, and war. Well, looky there. It's Samurai Ken and Geisha Barbie. I haven't seen an actual set of encyclopedias since I was a kid. Ching has interesting tastes in literature. Let's see, art, death, and war. Oh, wow. If I'd only known that the Wally Frog waffle iron was going to become a collector's item, I wouldn't have given mine to Goodwill. Unless I missed my guess, these are Ching vases. Oh, there's no mistaking these. They're lathe projects. Or maybe candlesticks. Boring. Hundreds of magazines and not a single issue of True Detective. Handsome dish. I wonder if it's dishwasher safe. The best of Reader's Digest drama in real life. What I wouldn't give to have all of these in my bathroom. Ching has interesting tastes in literature. A spa trophy. Ching must be in some kind of jacuzzi league. Boring. Hundreds of magazines and not a single issue of True Detective. Wow, these plants aren't plastic, they're real. Ching must have paid a fortune for these. Hey, I think this is the statue that was stolen from the JBs out in Chinatown. Hey. Well, this painting's one of my favorite subjects, languid women. Wow, these plants aren't plastic, they're real. Ching must have paid a fortune for these. An exquisite oriental rug. I wish I'd wiped my feet before I broke in. This aquarium has less algae in it than my water cooler back at the office. This aquarium has less algae in it than my water cooler back at the office. This aquarium has less algae in it than my water cooler back at the office. I love fruit so much. I even love pictures of fruit. Looks like some kind of emergency override panel. This must be the only door out of the library. Oh Lord, I hate wedding pictures. They give me terrifying flashbacks. So these are the laser nets Hamm was talking about. There's a power box at the far end of the hallway with a button flashing. Maybe if I can hit that button, it'll turn off the laser nets. Oh, even Ching's plants look expensive. So these are the laser nets Hamm was talking about. Recessed lights are so showy. This door leads back to the library. Oh, even Ching's plants look expensive. So these are the laser nets Hamm was talking about. Man, this security system is tough. My brilliant shot didn't turn off the beams, it just popped open the power box. Looks like there's a lever that needs to be pulled down. Hopefully my old horseshoe tossing skills haven't left me. I'll need to find something fairly heavy. Well, that's not gonna work. I had a set of stacking rings just like this one when I was a little PI. Even has a small hole in it, just like the rings I had. Man, fill one of these with water and you can chuck it a mile. Now this ring should be heavy enough to be useful. As soon as the ring hits the lever, the laser net shuts down. Now I should have the run of the apartment. If the statuette's here, Ching probably has it well hidden. Something tells me the trail to the statuette leads right through this door. I think I'd better leave that lever right where it is. I don't like surprises. I call this painting Woman About to Win Skinny Dipping Bet. Oh Lord, I hate wedding pictures. They give me terrifying flashbacks. Well, this is your standard light at the end of the tunnel. I doubt I'll be needing this ring again, and a good PI always travels light. I doubt I'll ever be needing this dart again, and a good PI always travels light. Her voice is coming from beyond that door. Must be at the front door to the apartment. Ooh la la, check out that sexy swimwear. Mom teaching kids proper baby handling techniques. How tender. Well, this is your standard light at the end of the tunnel. It's a fine table. Looks like some kind of goose party. Antique vase filled with flowers. Well, this must be the mythical Buckaroo Buddha riding his headless steed, Tumbleweed. Oh, don't tell me. A man taking his cat for a walk. The doorway to the hall, which leads back to the library. These chairs look as though they've never even been sat in. Antique vase filled with flowers. This door exits the apartment. The voices outside must be security personnel. Cool tiger. Looks real enough to nip my finger. An extremely dense and heavy Saturnium ball suspended over a gravity pad. This Victorian cabinet's nice, but it's just for show. Looks like it doesn't even open. Why, these paintings are great! Just look at the nudity. I need to visit more museums. An Ultra Safe 8000, huh? Top of the line. I'm not sure what that is, but it's ugly. There is a geigger in the terrarium. Little bugger's a land piranha. It's illegal even to own one of these. These chairs look as though they've never even been sat in. Well, that's a handsome oriental dressing screen. I'll tell you what, this guy's got style. Must be Venus before the big breakup. These marble obelisks look real expensive. These pillars are perfectly cylindrical, and I like that. A Tiffany Torchier lamp, huh? Very lovely. Whoa, must be party time at Valhalla. Geiger chow. It's got real roast beef flavor and makes its own rich gravy. Man, these beefy nuggets sure smell good. If I were small enough to fit into the trap, I'd be all over this bait. Whoa, a 6-foot-long pole with a leather noose. This must be great fun at parties. Small mirror provides the opportunity to touch up the old hairdo. The solid steel switch lock requires a key. I don't know what I'll do with a small, ravenous geiger. Oh well, everybody needs a pet. Sort of cute in a slash your throat, tear the meat off your bones kind of way. Nice terrarium. Must have cost him a bundle. Nice terrarium. Must have cost him a bundle. Nice terrarium. Must have cost him a bundle. Well, that's not gonna work. Real nice door as bathrooms go. Luckily, nature's not calling. An Ultra Safe 8000, huh? Top of the line. Nice terrarium. Must have cost him a bundle. Nice terrarium. Must have cost him a bundle. This book seems out of place somehow. There's something different about this book. Just call it PI's instinct. Aha, I knew it. A key. Sounds like something big moved back in the library when I used Ching's key on the switch lock. I better go take a look. An Ultra Safe 8000, huh? Top of the line. As a rule, bookcases are great places to keep books. Well, look what's behind the bookcase. A secret room. I love secret rooms. This collection of matching Samsonite crates must have cost Ching a bundle. Well, Ching must have money to burn if he's walking around on rugs like this. Wonder if these barrels are full of some hearty ale. I wish I had time to check them out. This must be one of those hermetically sealed chambers. Unless I miss my guess, those objects are the 3 surviving artifacts from the Byzantine Empire. Absolutely priceless. This must be one of those hermetically sealed chambers. This must be one of those hermetically sealed chambers. This must be one of those hermetically sealed chambers. Wonder if these barrels are full of some hearty ale. I wish I had time to check them out. I guess Ching's vases are just too nice to put flowers in. Wonder if these barrels are full of some hearty ale. Wonder if these barrels are full of some hearty ale. Man, who in his right mind would pay big bucks for a painting of flowers? This seems to be a fine rendering of Greco-Roman square dancing. I swear I have seen this painting before. This one must be the original. I'd call this painting Young Boy with Fiddle Asking for Allowance. This painting is really green. This painting sticks out from the wall more than the others do. So that's what the ocean used to look like. Aha! A security card slot. This must be the control for the pedestal where the statuette is. Well, that's not gonna work. This must be the Countess statuette. I guess she wasn't exaggerating when she said how valuable it was. If I try to reach the statuette with those laser beams on, they'll light me up like a Duralog. This must be the Countess statuette. If I try to reach the statuette with those laser beams on, they'll light me up like a Duralog. I guess Ching's vases are just too nice to put flowers in. This sign apparently has something to do with the lever. To pull or not to pull? That is the question. Oops. Well, I'm glad someone had the decency to clean up the smut some people call art. Looks like a cloth bandana is tied around David's naughty bits. Sorry, Dave, but I thought your loincloth might come in handy. Well, that's not gonna work. If I try to reach the statuette with those laser beams on, they'll light me up like a Duralog. Well, that's not gonna work. This must be the Countess statuette. I guess she wasn't exaggerating when she said how valuable it was. If I try to reach the statuette with those laser beams on, they'll light me up like a Duralog. Hey there, little Buddha. Sign was certainly dusty. The solid steel switch lock requires a key. Small mirror provides the opportunity to... An Ultra Safe 8000, huh? Top of the line. Looks like a fax. I don't want to be nosy, but maybe I should take a look. The security card must operate a door or panel somewhere in this apartment. The security card must operate a door or panel in the apartment. Looks like some sort of document. Must be important if it's in the safe. This must be the Countess statuette. I guess she wasn't exaggerating when she said how valuable it was. I can't get the statuette from here. I'll need to find something to stand on and move it over by the pedestal. This crate feels empty. It's light, but it's sturdy. Come on. Looks like Ching needs to install a better security system. Countess will be glad to get this statuette back, almost as glad as I'll be to take her money. I'll return the statuette to her first thing in the morning. Oh, I am one tired hombre. I can't wait to... Oh, shoot. I go through all that work to get the statuette out of Ching's place, and I leave it in the damn speeder. And I didn't even roll up the windows. I am such an idiot! My head feels like it's been pounded with a lead pipe. I guess it wasn't a bad dream after all. I wonder how I got here to my office. All I remember is flying pipe and stars. Damn it! After all the trouble I went to get that stupid statuette, someone just walks up and takes it like candy from a baby. And my wallet's gone too. I hope somebody on the street saw me get jumped. I've got 29,000 reasons to get that crystal bird back. Hopefully I haven't used my tube of miracle facial cream. It should help reduce the swelling and make me look almost human again.